There's a prison that holds more people captive than all the jails in the world combined. And most terrifying of all, you can't see its walls. You can't hear its doors close, because the bars are invisible. Yet, it keeps over 99% of people trapped, struggling, stressed, and broke. Every day, people wake up inside it. They go to work. They pay their bills. They buy things they don't need to impress people they don't even like. And the worst part? They call it normal life. But what if I told you this normal is the real enemy? What if you've been trained your entire life to stay inside this invisible financial prison without even knowing it? Stay with me till the end, because once you see what's keeping you trapped, you'll never look at money or your future the same way again. Let's start with a hard truth. Most people aren't broke because they're lazy. They're broke because they're trained to be broke. From the time you're a kid, you're handed a script. Go to school, get good grades, find a safe job, work hard for 40 years, and then one day you can finally rest. Sound familiar? That's not advice. That's a life sentence. You were never taught how money works, only how to work for money. The system doesn't want thinkers. It wants workers. It wants predictable, obedient people who trade their time for a paycheck and their dreams for a pension. Let me ask you something. When was the last time your school taught you how to build wealth? How to use taxes, investments, or compounding interest to your advantage? Exactly. Instead, they taught you how to be a good employee. And guess who benefits most when you spend your life chasing job security instead of financial freedom? Yeah, the system itself. Now, before you think I'm about to go full conspiracy mode, relax. This isn't about them versus us. This is about you versus your habits. Because while the system sets the trap, it's your own beliefs that keep you locked inside. And those beliefs, they were installed in you without permission. When you were young, you probably heard things like, money doesn't grow on trees. Rich people are greedy. Just be grateful you have a job. Sounds harmless, right? But each of those phrases planted a seed of limitation. They trained your mind to see wealth as something dangerous, something out of reach. So even as adults, when opportunities appear, when the door cracks open, most people don't walk through. They freeze, because the prison feels safe. And that's the most dangerous thing about comfort. It's a cage disguised as peace. You wake up, you scroll your phone, you go to work, you come home, watch Netflix, repeat. Nothing feels wrong. You're doing what everyone else is doing, but that's exactly the point. The easiest way to control people isn't with force. It's with distraction. If the system can keep you busy, tired, and constantly chasing the next payday, you'll never have the time or energy to question why you're stuck in the first place. You'll think, once I get a raise, I'll be fine. Then the raise comes. And guess what? Your expenses rise to match it. You're running faster, but staying in the same spot. That's not a career. That's a treadmill. But here's where it gets darker. The walls of this prison aren't made of your 9-to-5 job. They're made of something far more addictive. Let's step into Act 2. 1. The education trap. Let's start with the foundation. Education. We spend our first 20 years learning how to earn money, but not a single year learning how to keep it. You're graded on memorizing facts, not managing finances. You're taught to follow instructions, not question systems. By the time you graduate, you're already deep in student loans, and you haven't even started your adult life. Congratulations, you're free. and already thousands of dollars in debt. That's not education. That's initiation. 2. The job trap. Now, let's talk about the job system. It's designed to make you feel safe while slowly draining your potential. Your salary is just the bribe they give you to forget your dreams. You spend your best hours making someone else rich. Your creativity fuels someone else's company. And every month, your effort turns into numbers in your bank account. Numbers that disappear as soon as the bills arrive. Here's the cruel part. You think you're earning security, but the truth is you're trading freedom for it. If you stop working, the money stops flowing. That's not financial independence. That's financial dependency. And dependency is the essence of any prison. 3. The lifestyle trap. Let's say you get a raise. You move to a better apartment. You upgrade your car. You feel like you're leveling up, but you're not. You're just decorating your cell. The moment your income rises, your spending rises even faster. It's called lifestyle inflation. Marketers know this. Banks know this. They've engineered an entire culture around it. Treat yourself. You deserve it. Buy now, pay later. That's not empowerment. That's entrapment. You're not working for money anymore. You're working for interest payments, rent, and credit card companies. The system doesn't need chains. It just needs your signature. Quick question. If stuff could make you happy, why do people with garages full of things still feel empty? Exactly. Because deep down, what we crave isn't consumption. It's control. 4. The debt trap. Debt is the modern form of slavery, tatoi, but with better branding. You're told it's normal, a tool. Everyone has it, and that's exactly why it's so dangerous. Credit cards, car loans, student loans, mortgages, each one feels manageable until you stack them. Then suddenly you realize your paycheck doesn't belong to you anymore. It belongs to the banks. They've turned you into a lifelong subscriber to your own survival. You're paying monthly just to exist. And when you finally pay one loan off, they send you another offer in the mail, with pre-approved written in bold letters as if they're doing you a favor. But debt is just the symptom. The real disease is mental, because the last and deepest layer of this prison lives inside your mind. 5. The mental trap. Fear. That's the ultimate warden. Fear of failure, fear of loss, fear of judgment. It's the voice that says investing is risky. Starting a business is too hard. What if I lose everything? But here's the paradox. The people who stay safe lose the most. They lose time. They lose options. They lose freedom. Every day you choose comfort over growth, the walls get thicker. Fear tells you the outside world is dangerous, but it's lying. The real danger is never leaving your comfort zone. You ever wonder why millionaires keep working even after they don't need to? Because they escaped the prison, and they never want to go back. They understand that freedom isn't a one-time purchase. It's a daily decision. So if this invisible prison is so powerful, how do you escape it? How do you break walls that aren't even real? Let's talk about that. Here's the good news. This prison doesn't require a jailbreak. It requires a wake-up call. Because the moment you realize the cage is mental, you can start bending the bars. Let's talk about how. 1. Awareness. You can't escape what you don't see. Start by questioning every belief you've inherited about money. Who taught you that success means owning a bigger house? Who told you it's selfish to want wealth? Who convinced you that working hard automatically equals earning more? Most of what you believe about money didn't come from truth. It came from repetition. Breaking free begins with awareness. Start studying how money actually works, not how people say it works. Learn about cash flow, assets, taxes, compounding, and leverage. That knowledge alone will unlock more doors than any paycheck ever could. 2. Ownership. If you only work for money, you'll always be renting your life. True freedom comes from ownership, not just of assets, but of your time. Start building things that can work without you. That might be an online business, a side hustle, or investments that grow while you sleep. The goal isn't to get rich fast. It's to stop being dependent slow. Once your money starts working for you, your time becomes yours again. And that's the ultimate currency. 3. Discipline. Freedom requires sacrifice. You can't Netflix your way to wealth. The moment you learn to delay gratification, you gain power. Instead of buying the new phone, buy shares of the company that makes it. Instead of spending your bonus, invest it. Each dollar you delay now becomes a soldier fighting for your future. And one day, those soldiers will buy your freedom. 4. Courage. Every escape begins with one act of courage, courage to think differently, courage to say no, courage to be misunderstood. The people who escape the financial prison aren't the smartest, they're the boldest. They stop asking, "What if I fail?" and start asking, "What if I never try?" By the way, here's a fun fact. The average millionaire has gone bankrupt at least twice. Failure isn't the opposite of success. It's the price of admission. 5. The moment of truth. Here's where most people get stuck. They realize the prison exists, but they don't walk out. Because leaving means taking responsibility. It's easier to blame the system, the economy, the government, than to admit you've been complicit. But the truth is, freedom isn't given, it's taken. And the only person who can unlock your cage is you. So, let me ask you, what's keeping you inside? Is it debt, fear, comfort? Because the moment you name it, you weaken it. When you stop saying, "I can't," and start saying, "How can I?" you shift from prisoner to architect. That's when compounding takes over, not just in your bank account, but in your mindset. Your small, consistent actions start building momentum. And one day, you'll look back and realize you've walked miles beyond the walls that once held you. 6. The new reality. Here's what life outside the prison looks like. You wake up not because you have to, but because you want to. You spend time creating, not surviving. Your money works harder than you do. And your freedom inspires others to start breaking out too. That's how the real revolution begins, not in protests, but in personal decisions. Because the system may have built the walls, but your mind built the key. And once you turn it, you'll never fit back inside that cage again. If this video opened your eyes to the prison that keeps most people broke, then you're ready for the next step, understanding what happens after the escape. Because here's a surprising truth most people don't know. You might actually get richer after retiring. Yeah, you heard that right. So before you click away, tap the video on your screen titled, "You Might Actually Get Richer After Retiring." In that video, I'll show you why many people's wealth grows faster after they stop working, and how you can set yourself up to experience the same. I'll see you there, where freedom finally begins.